After spending 6 unforgettable weeks traveling across Japan, from its buzzing megacities to its quiet mountain villages, we can confidently say this might be the most fascinating country on earth. One minute you're walking under cherry blossom trees, the next you're deep in a neon-lit arcade, slurping ramen at midnight, or standing in front of Mount Fuji wondering if it's even real. After experiencing it all firsthand and ticking off everything on our Japan bucket list, we've put together our top 15 absolute must-do experiences. A mix of iconic cultural moments, unforgettable landscapes, and the wonderfully fun and quirky things that make Japan so unique. This is, without a doubt, our new favorite country on earth, so here it is, number 1. Sushi making class in Tsukiji Market. We're starting off strong with a highlight of our time in the epic city of Tokyo, a sushi making class with a sushi master in Tsukiji Fish Market. Most people start their trips in Tokyo, so it's only fitting we share the best thing we did during our time there. Tsukiji Fish Market is famous for its fresh, high-quality seafood and street food. It's where some of the city's best chefs come every morning to purchase their produce, and we decided to book a sushi making class right in the heart of it. We got aprons and chef hats and got to learn all about the history of sushi, the different types from sashimi to nigiri, and finally got to make our very own. It was a wonderful experience and we highly recommend you do it. You can scan the QR code on the screen to book it on Get Your Guide, or all the links to the experiences we mentioned in this video will be down in the comments. After our class, we walked around the market to try some street food, and this Wagyu beef steak for $20 was one of the best things we've ever tasted in our entire lives.
Number 2. Another absolute highlight of our time was booking a traditional tea ceremony in a tea house in Kyoto, and this one happened to include kimonos, the traditional outfit of Japan. This experience is quiet, simple, and surprisingly powerful. It's called Saido, meaning the way of tea, and it's much more than just drinking matcha. Shaped by the tea master Sen no Riko in the 16th century, the ceremony is built around 4 principles: harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility. And you feel that the moment you step inside. You get dressed into your outfits, enter a tatami room, and everything slows down. The master carefully teaches you how to prepare matcha tea with respect. Every movement is intentional, nothing is rushed. He teaches the importance of the moment, practicing gratitude, and shares quotes like, "This moment of us being together will never happen again." Before you drink, you're usually served a small sweet to balance the bitterness. In a country that feels fast and futuristic, especially in places like Tokyo, the tea ceremony is the complete opposite. It's calm, grounded, and deeply traditional. And it's one of the most authentic cultural experiences you can have. There are tea houses everywhere in Japan, so you don't necessarily have to do one in Kyoto, but we'd certainly recommend it. We also visited a separate tea house called Rokuyan for a matcha and hanawabi pairing. Please add this place to your list and make reservations in advance.
Speaking of kimono, if you don't choose the previous tea ceremony, you must add wearing a kimono to your list and do a photo shoot. Japan is one of the only countries in the world that allows foreigners to wear and appreciate their traditional attire. The kimono is a traditional Japanese garment that has been worn for centuries. The word literally means thing to wear, and it was once an everyday clothing for many. Today, it represents elegance, heritage, and craftsmanship and is generally worn on special occasions. Kimonos are usually made from silk or cotton, wrapped around the body and secured with a wide belt called an obi. The colors, patterns, and fabric often reflect the season, the occasion, or even the wearer's age and status. We booked our kimonos in Kyoto through Get Your Guide. We got to choose our outfits, and because this was right during cherry blossom season, the staff encouraged me to choose a cherry blossom themed one. This shop in particular was awesome because it was right around the corner from the beautiful Sanenzaka and Ninenzaka streets, where we strolled around and took some beautiful photos. The outfits are honestly not that comfortable and we looked very strange walking around, but it was totally worth it. Why should tourists even wear kimono? Well, it completely changes how you experience Japan. It's not just about the photos, although they're beautiful, it's about stepping into a piece of Japanese tradition and experiencing the culture in a more immersive way.
Number 4. Not into beautiful robes and silk socks with shoes? That's okay. We can guarantee you'll like this one. Drinking sake and local beer in a traditional bar called an izakaya. An izakaya is a casual Japanese pub where people go to unwind after work, share small plates, and enjoy drinks in a lively atmosphere. Think of it as Japan's version of a tapas bar, but with yakitori skewers, karage fried chicken, grilled seafood, edamame, and plenty of beer and sake. Sake is rice wine, by the way. You'll find izakayas everywhere, from tiny alleyway spots in Tokyo to traditional wooden interiors in Kyoto. Many are filled with co-workers bonding after long days, which gives you a real glimpse into everyday Japanese life. One of the coolest places to experience an izakaya is in Omoide Yokocho, or Piss Alley in Tokyo, but there are plenty of amazing spots all over. We've listed them on our Google Maps link, which is in our Japan resource pack available on our website.
Number 5. Mount Fuji, what a magnificent mountain. We could not keep our eyes off of it. Mount Fuji, aka Fujisan, is located about 2 hours from Tokyo. You can easily book a day trip there like most people do, but we decided to stay in the area. Some of the most popular spots are Hakone, Fuji Yoshida, and Lake Kawaguchi. We stayed near Lake Kawaguchi, and waking up to Fuji right outside our window was unreal. We loved visiting some photo spots like this one, and the towns around Fuji feel quieter, more local, and less futuristic than Tokyo. You can rent bikes, walk along the lake, visit small cafes, and just enjoy the views. If you're lucky enough to get clear skies, it's honestly one of the most magical sights in Japan. Do note though, Mount Fuji is only visible around 30% of the year, so be sure to plan accordingly. The best times are typically winter and early spring when the skies are clearer.
Number 6. If you do one cultural accommodation experience in Japan, make it a ryokan. A ryokan is a traditional Japanese inn with tatami floors, futon beds, and usually a natural hot spring bath called an onsen. You wear yukata robes, eat beautifully presented multi-course meals every day, and soak in the mineral hot springs overlooking mountains or gardens. It feels peaceful, traditional, and completely different from staying in a regular hotel. It is more expensive, but absolutely worth doing at least once. We stayed at Club Wyndham near Nagano and actually only paid around $150 a night for the whole experience. Highly recommend.
Number 7. This was by far my favorite thing we did throughout our entire 6-week trip to Japan, the arcades. Japanese arcades are next level. We're talking multi-story buildings filled with claw machines, rhythm games, Mario Kart racing pods, and photo booths. Even if you're not into gaming, it's such a fun and quirky cultural experience, especially in places like Akihabara in Tokyo or Dotonbori in Osaka. You can just look up Taito Station wherever you are and easily spend a couple of hours there without even realizing, and perhaps even spending $100 or more. And the best part, the claw machines aren't a scam. You actually win stuff. Now we've got the cutest plushies all around our house as memories from Japan.
This video is brought to you by Get Your Guide, and as you've seen throughout, a lot of our experiences and entrance tickets in Japan were booked directly through their app. It's genuinely our favorite platform for finding incredible things to do in any destination, whether that's food tours, unique local experiences, private guides, or even skip-the-line tickets. Whenever we arrive somewhere new, it's the first place we go to discover what's available. You can browse experiences, read reviews, plan ahead, and even create your own wish lists, all in one really easy-to-use app. And if you're planning a trip to Japan, we've actually created a Japan wish list with all the highest rated experiences that we've done and a few that we'd love to do next time we're there. You'll find that linked in the description below, so definitely check it out and start booking your experiences before they sell out. And don't worry, if plans change, you can cancel most bookings up to 24 hours in advance for a full refund, which is honestly a game changer.
Number 8. You cannot come to Japan and not eat ramen. And one of the most famous spots is Ichiran, one of the most prominent tonkotsu or pork bone ramen chains in Japan. It's known for its solo dining booths where you sit in your own little cubicle and focus purely on your bowl of ramen. You order through a vending machine, customize your broth richness and spice level, and then your bowl appears through a little curtain. It's efficient, delicious, and very uniquely Japanese. A bowl of ramen usually goes for around 6 to 9 USD, and most Ichiran locations are open 24 hours a day, so you can literally get a delicious bowl whenever your tummy craves it.
Number 9. If you're lucky enough to visit during cherry blossom season, it's something truly special. During March and April, just a few weeks in spring, parks, rivers, and temples are covered in soft pink blossoms. People gather for picnics under the trees, it's called hanami, and the entire country feels lighter. It's busy, yes, but it's unforgettable. Our personal favorite place to see the blossoms was actually at Nara Park, surrounded by the cute but naughty little deer. Do note though that this is the most expensive time of year to visit, and you'll need to book your accommodation and activities well in advance. The cherry blossoms bloom at different times across different regions, so plan your trip accordingly. They usually release forecast maps showing expected bloom times for each region, so keep an eye out for those as they do change every year. We were hoping to get cherry blossoms near Mount Fuji by the end of April, but they still hadn't bloomed yet. Number 10. For something completely different, spend an evening at TeamLab. This immersive digital art museum is futuristic, interactive, and honestly quite mind-blowing. It's made up of large-scale digital installations that react to your movement, meaning you're not just observing the art, you're actually a part of it. There are two main experiences, there's TeamLab Borderless and TeamLab Planets. Both are incredible but slightly different. Borderless is more about freely exploring endless rooms, while Planets is more structured and sensory driven. You'll walk barefoot through water-filled rooms, wander through mirrored light tunnels, and step into spaces filled with floating lanterns and ever-changing visuals. Be prepared to get your feet wet, and more importantly, allow yourself to be a kid again. Some of the installations are designed to be played with, interacted with, and explored, and that's what makes it so special. It's one of the most unique art experiences we've ever done. Tickets usually cost around 25 to 40 USD depending on the experience and your time slot, and you'll want to spend roughly 2 to 3 hours here to properly take it all in. One important tip is you need to book this in advance as it often sells out. We booked ours through Get Your Guide, which made the whole process super easy. Number 11. The main reason we went to Nagano was to visit these little guys, the wild Japanese makakis, which fascinatingly bathe in natural hot springs surrounded by snow. The absolute best time to see them is of course in winter, when it's cold, so they spend most of their days relaxing in the onsen. Admittedly, it is a bit of a journey to get there. We had to take a train from our small town to the main Nagano station, and then a 1.5 hour bus ride up into the mountains. The bus and the train cost a combined $34 per person for a return trip. Once we arrived, we still had another 45-minute walk or hike through the beautiful mountains to reach the hot springs. It's a bit of a journey to get here, but totally worth it. There's also an entrance fee of 800 yen or about 5 USD. Witnessing these little guys doing their thing feels like something straight out of a nature documentary. Unfortunately for us though, the weather was starting to warm up, so there were only 1 or 2 of them in the onsen, but the rest were playing around outside. So the colder it is, the better for this experience.
Number 12. Japan has thousands of temples and shrines, and each one feels different. Whether it's the iconic red gates of Fushimi Inari Taisha, Senzoji in Tokyo, Meiji Jingu, or Todaiji in Nara, visiting temples is one of the easiest ways to connect with Japanese culture. Fushimi Inari Taisha in Kyoto was our favorite and probably the most famous one. Dating back to the 8th century, it's known for its thousands of vermilion torii gates that trail up Mount Inari. It is dedicated to the Shinto god of rice, agriculture, and business prosperity. Yes, it's famous, yes, it gets busy, but if you go at sunrise like we did, walking through thousands of red torii gates with almost no one else around is pure magic. Tourists can even get involved in traditions at temples too, like lighting incense or picking a fortune. Just remember though to be respectful and mindful of everyone around you, dress conservatively, don't be too loud and obnoxious, and just take your time. Don don don, Donki Hote. If you know, you know. Number 13, Don Quixote. Donki is chaotic, overwhelming, brightly lit, and absolutely hilarious. It's the best place for snacks, souvenirs, skincare, random gadgets, and tax-free shopping. It's open late, sometimes 24 hours a day, and it's an experience in itself. We picked picked up flavored Kit Kats, skincare, bonsai kits, and so much more to take home with us. Here's our full suitcase full of all the goodies we returned with. And the best part is Don Quixote is everywhere and all over Japan, and it's a must visit on one of your last days. Oh, and if you're into retro gaming, Pokemon, or Tamagotchis like Raiders, this is your place.
Number 14. Osaka is known as Japan's kitchen, and nowhere shows that better than Dotonbori and Shinsekai. Street food everywhere, giant neon signs, and so much energy. You've got takoyaki, okonomiyaki, skewers, and so much more. Booking a food tour here is such a great idea because you get to try a bunch of local specialties while also learning the stories behind them. We actually had the best time on our tour with our guide Andy. It was easily one of the most fun experiences of our entire trip.
Number 15. And finally, Japan offers world-class theme parks ranging from Disney magic and Hollywood blockbusters to unique culturally immersive experiences. The top destinations include Tokyo Disney Resort, which has Disneyland and Disney Sea, Universal Studios Japan, including Super Nintendo World in Osaka, Fuji Q Highland for thrill rides, and then smaller theme parks like Ghibli Park and Edo Wonderland. We would have loved to visit Universal Studios in Osaka. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make it there, but we've heard amazing things, and if it's anything like Universal Studios in Orlando, it 1000% has to be on your list. You can book entry tickets on Get Your Guide, and make sure you book in advance because those places get super busy. And that's it for our top 15 must-do things in Japan. It's one of those countries where ancient tradition and futuristic innovation exist side by side. There's something here for everyone. If you're planning your trip, all the experiences we mentioned are linked below, and don't forget to check out our Japan resource pack on our website, redandclear.com, with our full Google map of our favorite accommodations, cafes, restaurants, and hidden spots. We hope this helped you plan your Japan adventure, and we'll see you guys in the next one.